Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video we're going to be taking a look at what sort of things Chelsea need to improve on last season to further develop and to compete with Liverpool and Manchester City for the title if possible, but in the bare minimum they should be looking at a top 4 spot. Right, first and foremost, I never thought it would be so difficult to record outside the stadium. We're in the Chelsea area, but we're having to do this at the park instead of having the great Chelsea background behind us, the stadium and all of that. But the park it is, and it's a lovely little space. So yeah, feels good to be out here. So it'll be a sort of mini vlog, but discussion. The first thing to note is that loads have already been done. Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Malang Sarr. The transfers just mentioned, they were all a very good value for each of the respective players. You expect to pay that for Kai Havertz as one of the top young talents in the world, and Malang Sarr roughly around the same price that you're paying for his current development. He's not a top tier player, he's a really good young defensive player. If they manage to gel relatively quick, this could be one of the best transfer windows from a single club perspective in the Premier League ever. Yes, I said it. And hopefully they gel, and hopefully they manage to get that good. Defensively, Thiago Silva will bring in a wealth of experience, a winning mentality, and help players like Tomori and Sarr really develop and fulfill their potential. Ben Chilwell has a fan in Frank Lampard, so I'm sure he will want to repay the faith he's put in him. Basically, I think the values are sort of 50 million. That is what he should be going for. There's a little bit of a premium on English players, but I really rate Ben Chilwell, and I think he'll upgrade that left back position and kind of solve that problem really for Chelsea. The other side, on right back position, I think between James and Dave, or Cesar Azpilicueta, they will have enough cover for the right back position for the whole season, and they're just about borderline. I mean, you could say Azpilicueta is borderline world class. Is he really top world class level? Probably not. But again, that right back position should be solved. It's not a problem. With the goalkeeping position, which is probably the biggest position for Chelsea to try and fix, they've spent a lot of money on Kepa. So, and I know it's probably not going to be popular as most people really want to substitute, but I'd say hold with Kepa. Maybe Thiago Silva will come in and help shore things up. Maybe he'll teach the other young defensive players, which you could include Zuma in that bracket. I'm not sure he'll have as much of an impact as someone like Van Dijk, but you never know, and he'll definitely help in terms of bringing that experience and bringing that know-how. I think they've invested too much to just ditch Kepa. He's still young, he can still improve, so I'd focus on that and just put all my weight behind Kepa and make him the number one he can be. But if Chelsea still want to spend the cash and really go for another option, Lafont is an amazing signing, and I'd go with him if they really want to shore up the goalkeeping position. Another position I'll try and reinforce would be the holding mid, defensive mid position. In midfield, I really think Chelsea have an abundance of talent. They have holding midfielders, they have box-to-box midfielders, they have creative midfielders, they have technical midfielders. They really have everything for any sort of problem that they might have in midfield. But I think they're getting on a bit, and especially in defensive mid, I'd really be looking to sign someone that's going to take over from Kante when his time at Chelsea is done. And with Kante, the replacement's really coming through now in the French national team in the form of Eduardo Camavinga. I believe he's Congolese born but Angolan background, so there's a little bit of Portuguese there, but really amazing talent, honestly. It's just so good on the ball, long legs, he can get about the pitch so easily, technically astute, the range of passing is really good. He's just going to be an amazing talent, and probably will be the holding mid for France for the next 10-15 years. If Camavinga's too expensive, or if he's not to move, or if he goes somewhere else, then Florentino Perez at Benfica is a great option. Very similar as well, slightly different attributes. Florentino Perez is a little bit more comfortable on the ball and is a little bit more skillful, but not as good defensively. So that's why Florentino Perez is still an amazing option, and I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot from him too. As you can see here, this is the starting 11. There's pretty much a world-class player in every position, apart from maybe 3. I'm not going to name and shame, but there's probably 3 positions in the Chelsea team that's not a guaranteed world-class player sort of thing, or someone that will develop into a world-class. But when you consider the potential of the Hudson-Odois and the Gilmores, plus what should be a continued development and continued improvement by players like Mount, Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, Tomori and Abraham, they should have enough talent and enough of a replacement for any injuries and any sort of lack of form from the players that are coming through, or some of these new signings not adjust quite so well to the Premier League. We'll wait to find out. So, to conclude, I do see Chelsea finishing in the top 4. I don't see them quite challenging Manchester City and Liverpool for the title. I think the squad is just growing. They need to gel and they need a little bit of time to have some consistency. Also because they're young, so they'll need a little bit of time for consistency. Or should finish quite comfortably above 5th, 6th and 7th place finish. Or maybe it'll even be closer, but that's my take. So that's the 11. What an 11. What a squad. Chelsea are looking really good. I think the hype around their transfers is very justified. But let me know what you think. What players would you still want to bring in? What do you think of the current players that have been recruited? And also the developments that from the players they previously had and how far along they'll come this season. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the love already so far. And let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments before. And don't forget to like and comment, subscribe. All of that. See you on the next video.